Hey everyone, Lukemus Prime here. So it's time for another video game discussion video today. As you saw from the title of the video, today I'm going to be talking about what my favourite video game is of all time. Now, this, as you probably have guessed by the opening of this video, my favourite game, and this took a lot of thought, guys, because I'm a big fan of lots of video game franchises, but in all honesty, guys, I don't think any game can top this one, and I'm going to gush about it, and it's none other than Grand Theft Auto 4, released in 2008. So this game, guys, is my favourite video game of all time. Yes, I like it more than any game I got in 2020 and 2019. Yeah, I'm not kidding. This game is so incredible, it really is. It defines the video game genre so well, I'm telling you. And it's amazing. So this game, for those who don't know about the plot, it takes place in a version of New York City, basically. And it's called Liberty City in this game, yeah. It's not called New York City, it's called Liberty City, to be specific. And you play as a character called Niko Bellic. Now, Niko Bellic is my all-time favourite video game character ever. He's amazing. He's also a badass as well and a great fighter. He's awesome. And what about this game is I do love the voice cast, most definitely. I love Michael Hollick as Niko. Michael Hollick did an incredible job bringing Niko to life in this game. I also loved Jason Zumwalt as Roman Bellic, Niko's cousin. And yes, guys, I do love the famous Let's Go Bowling meme. It's like an amazing meme. It's so great. Yeah. And yeah, Jason did a brilliant job as Roman. Yeah, Roman was an amazing character. I did also love Tim Adams as Brucey Kibberts. Yeah, he was great. And my favourite villain in the game was probably Dmitry Rascalov, played by Motti Margolin. And I definitely loved Anthony Patelis as Jimmy Pecorino. Yeah, those two are like my favourite villains in the game. They were both great villains. Very well written and very well acted, most definitely. And I dare say that they're much better than any of the villains in Grand Theft Auto 5, most definitely. I mean, I think Niko is much better than any of the three characters in GTA 5. Yeah, I'm not kidding. And also, probably much better than CJ in San Andreas, even though I think CJ is probably my second favourite character in the GTA series. Just like how Frank Tenpenny, who is, for those who know, is played by Samuel Jackson in San Andreas, GTA San Andreas, is like a contender to the two villains in this game for me personally. But yeah. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say that the graphics aren't as good as GTA 5 or like other games releasing, but you know what, guys? Just because, a game doesn't have to have great graphics to be the best game ever, in my opinion. Like, a game from a long time ago, might not have good graphics, but still be really fun to play. And might be considered legendary, really, to be honest. It's like, even though GTA San Andreas was released in 2004, I do love that. It's my second favourite game after this game. This game was released 4 years later. And I do love the open world, guys. It's my favourite open world of all time in a video game, Liberty City. Now, I do not care about the fact that it's not as big as the real New York City. I really do not care about that because, let's face it, guys. Los Santos in GTA 5 is smaller than the real life Los Angeles, and no one seems to complain about that, so yeah. And I'm not going to complain about Liberty City. And another thing as well that I do also adore about Grand Theft Auto 4, guys, is the music. Not just, the radios, for example, but I do really love the actual music that plays in the loading, for example. Like, the loading music is my favourite music from a video game of all time. It's like, I found the Grand Theft Auto 5 loading music so generic and pretty boring. Like, I wanted it to end so I could play the game. But with this, I don't want music to end because it's so amazing to listen to. It's like, I just have to listen to it before I play the game. And like, I listen to the theme every day as well, guys. I'm not kidding, because it's so amazing to listen to. And I also really do love the radio stations you can listen to in the game in the cars. It's really fun. And I do as well, my favourite radio station, for those you don't know, is Liberty Rock Radio. That is my favourite fictional radio station of all time. Not just in GTA, but of all time, guys, in video game history. Yeah, I love Liberty Rock Radio. And there's tons of, great songs on there that I do love. Many of them I have saved on my phone to listen to when I'm in my spare time listening to music. I do listen to this music a lot of the time. And yeah. And I also do love the action as well. And I also love the arsenal that you have of different weapons. Now, I do not care about the fact that there's less weapons in this game than GTA 5, because it makes it more realistic, because does it make sense how in GTA 5 you can have so many weapons of many different sizes and numbers on you at the same time? It does not make sense, does it? Whereas in 4, it makes better sense, to be honest. So I don't care about the fact that you can have less weapons on you and you have to swap them usually at, the gun stores. Yeah. And I also love the activities you can do as well. Such as, going bowling, as, reference to, Let's Go Bowling meme. You can also go to the fictional fast food restaurants such as Burger Shot and Clucking Bell as well. They're really fun to go to. Some of it I wish was in GTA 5, but sadly wasn't, because they closed the stores in that game. Sadly, I was disappointed about that. And, yeah. And like I said, I do love the open world. I think there's so much things you can do. And I do also love how you can go to a cabaret club to watch a comedy show. And what's cool is they actually got 2 awesome comedians to appear as themselves. For example, they got Cat Williams. For example, he appears as himself doing stand-up comedy. But my favourite comedian, out of the 3, because I think the other one who appears is Frankie Boyle, I think he's called, yeah. I hope I got my name right. But out of all the comedians, my favourite one is probably Ricky Gervais, yeah. Because I love Ricky Gervais, I'm a big fan of him. I think he's really funny. And he's definitely hilarious doing stand-up in this game. He's really brilliant. I'd say, yeah, he's so hilarious. Like, you can either watch him on the in-game TV, or if you go to a cabaret club. Speaking of TV, I do love the TV in the game where you can watch 2 channels, being Weasel and CNT. Those are the 2 channels you can watch in GTA 4, and they really are fun to watch. So hilarious and entertaining. It's really good. And the story is also really incredible as well. Now, when I first played the game, guys, I came in blind. I did not know about the plot at all. I didn't want to be spoiled, and yeah. And I loved how you have different choices you can make. For example, you have a choice to either kill or spare people in the game, who you're targeting. And that can affect the story pretty well. It changes, the dialogue and all that. And of course, the choice to kill either Playboy X or Dwayne. Like I said, I came in blind, so I didn't know which one was the right choice to do, really. Yeah. For those of you wondering, I killed Dwayne in the game, yeah. I didn't know what was the right one to do. I had no idea. But I think you get a much better response if you kill Playboy X, I believe, yeah. Because I think you get rewarded with his apartment, don't you, which is pretty cool, I guess. And of course, you also have, the choice at the end, which is, do the deal or take revenge. Because I came in blind, I took the deal, and of course, that unfortunately resulted in Roman's death, which I was devastated about. I was like, oh, why did I choose this? But revenge is much more satisfying, because while you're wondering, while I was isolating from the coronavirus, I thought I would probably buy some old games, to pass the time, and I bought Grand Theft Auto 4 on backwards compatibility for my Xbox One. And playing it again, even in 2021, it's still my favourite game of all time. I love it. It was really incredible to play. And because I knew about the plot this time, I decided, to do the right choice this time. So I did the revenge one, which is where you take down Dimitri at a giant ship, which is pretty cool. And it was pretty good, yeah. I loved it. It was a great, ending. It was so satisfying. Much better than, the deal outcome. Even though it was pretty sad how Kate McCreary got killed off. But at least it motivated Nico to take down Pegorino. Yeah, because if you take the deal, it's Dimitri you've got to take down. But if you take the revenge option, because you've already taken down Dimitri, you've got to take down Pegorino in the final mission. And if you complete the story, you still got lots of things to do. Like, for example, you can hang out with your friends, and you can also do some like side missions, such as, you know, repossessing cars, for example, which is pretty cool. And there's also like some collectibles as well. You can search for in Liberty City, which is pretty cool. But for example, you can hunt flying rats, as they're called. Well, it's pigeons, but yeah, they're called flying rats in the game for some reason. But yeah, all in all, guys, you know, this is the best game ever. I really love it, and it's incredible. So yeah, a perfect 10 out of 10 for me. Yeah. I'd love to rank the GTA games, but the problem is I've not played all of them. The only ones I've played are GTA 4, GTA San Andreas, GTA 5, GTA Online, and GTA Chinatown Wars. I've not played any of the others, but I'd love to, though, most definitely. I definitely would love to. So, you know, drill, guys. Be sure to give this video a like. Also, let me know in the comments what your favourite video game is, or what your favourite game is. Also, be sure to join Team Power by pressing subscribe for more videos coming in the future, and I'll see you all later.